It was early June and I couldn't wait to start my solo camping trip in the remote backcountry. I had been planning this adventure for months, a week alone in the woods with nothing but my tent, a few supplies, and the great outdoors. After packing up my old pickup truck and driving out to the trailhead, I set off down the path with my heavy backpack. The trees were lush and green, and birdsong echoed all around. I hiked for hours until the trail wound its way beside a burbling stream. It was the perfect spot to set up camp for the night. I quickly put up my tent as the sun began to set. The colors were dazzling, reds and oranges dancing across the sky. As darkness fell, I started a campfire and laid out my sleeping bag. I would need the fire both for warmth and to keep away any curious animals. After eating a quick dinner, I stoked the flames. The fire crackled, popping and sending fiery embers swirling up into the inky night. I settled in to gaze at the dazzling stars and listen to the soothing sounds of the woods. As I was about to crawl into my tent, I heard rustling in the bushes across the stream. At first I assumed it was a raccoon or possum foraging, but the noises sounded heavy, like something large wandering around. I peered out into the darkness but saw nothing except shadows. I chalked it up to my imagination and tried to sleep, but I couldn't shake the feeling that something was outside my tent. The noises continued, snapping twigs, crunching leaves, heavy breathing that sounded almost human. I thought about yelling out, but something kept me frozen, silent. My heart pounded as sheer terror gripped me. I sat bolt upright in the pitch blackness, clutching my flashlight like a weapon. The breathing grew closer and I knew with sudden certainty I was not alone. Something had followed me into the remote wilderness, something ancient and evil lurking in the trees beyond the dying fire's light. My heart racing, I hastily shoved my belongings into my backpack, not caring that my tent was still set up. Staying here another minute was not an option. The heavy breathing and rustling grew louder as I scrambled in the dark on hands and knees, searching for my boots. Just then, something slammed into the side of the tent, nearly collapsing it onto me. A roar shattered the silence of the night, inhuman and monstrous. I cried out in panic, kicking my way out of the tent as the beast tore at the nylon. I burst out into the night and stumbled toward the dying fire, brandishing a flaming stick. There, lurking at the edge of the light, crouched a hulking, 8-foot creature, covered in matted fur. It had the body of a man, but the head of a wolf, with gnashing teeth and wild, glowing eyes. My knees buckled in shock. The monster edged toward me, snarling savagely. Gripping my flaming torch, I swung it in a fiery arc to keep the beast at bay. It recoiled from the flames with a yelp, but kept circling, looking for an opening. I knew I had to make a run for it. Holding the torch out, I sprinted for the trail, weaving between the trees. I could hear the pounding footsteps behind me in pursuit. Low branches whipped my face and roots sent me stumbling, but I pushed on through the darkness. Finally, the trailhead emerged up ahead. With the beast on my heels, I leapt into my truck, tore out onto the road away from that horror-filled forest. Heart pounding, covered in dirt and blood, I resolved to never camp alone again. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe our YouTube channel for more scary stories.